detailed, a focused rather, presentation on life plans. This one has to do with the question, why make a life plan? This one answers the question, why make a life plan? Here's why. Because what you say you want right now, it's almost guaranteed that either you're not on the path to get it, or you can and should want something much better. And a life plan solves both of those problems. It gives you a path to the best thing that you can imagine. And without that, it's very unlikely that you're going to obtain what you say you want, let alone something better. The purpose of a life plan is so that you make daily decisions differently and better than you would, in order to attain outcomes different and better than you'd otherwise obtain. The other thing a life plan provides you is you will feel much better about what you need to do every day to attain that outcome, the greatest possible outcomes. So without a life plan, it's going to be very difficult for you to know what is going to be necessary to get to where you want to be, or to feel good enough about it to actually do what it takes to get there. So even if you aren't trying to weasel out of life, without doing this, it's just extraordinarily unlikely that you're going to do anything like what you would need to get to anywhere close to where you could otherwise be. Just a very brief proof of this, consider that good things cost more. You're not going to walk a difficult path without believing that it's worthwhile. If you haven't thought about this and you haven't really planned this out and you don't have reasons to believe and all of this, there's no way you're going to do it. The other thing is that things that are worthwhile usually aren't immediate. So why would you walk a long path if you don't believe that it goes to where you want to go? You don't randomly walk a long path precisely where you need to go. That doesn't happen. You need something to point you in that direction. You need a map, you need a compass, you need to stay on the path, you need to know where the path is. If you don't think about it, you won't do any of those things. A life plan decomposes your transcendent purpose into daily tasks through audacious goals. This diagram right here, this is a life plan. It's a transcendent purpose that you break down into measurable goals, that you break down into tasks over time, that you break down into your to-do list for today. And so it's a mapping between what you do today and the transcendent purpose that you choose. You absolutely, positively will not do the same things in the same way and feel as good as you would without doing this. You will not. A life plan provides you with prioritization at every scope of life. Meaning, it doesn't matter if you're making some small decision or some huge choice. With a life plan, you have many more tools to confidently and clearly choose what is best. And it's what is best according to your own decision, your own desire. It's your choice. It's not someone else's. So you could ask a big old question like, oh, should I marry this person? Or maybe an example of a medium choice would be, hey, I feel like I'm comfortable at my job, but should I be looking for another one? It depends. Where do you want to be in 5 years and why? It even guides you in small choices, which you will frequently make the mistake of thinking don't matter, when in reality, many of the most important things come out of a chain of small choices, maybe even just one small choice. So, for example, if you're going to make a purchase, maybe you would just fly by the seat of your pants and say, well, what do I feel like spending today? Oh, we're on vacation. Let's let loose a little. But the question is, how does it fit into your life plan? Maybe it's the exact thing that you need to spend money on right now, and you would never drop $500 on whatever this thing is, except you know it's exactly what you need to do to move forward in your life plan. And then this even boils down into your to-do list, your daily to-do list. So you just finished something, and the question is, what should I do next? Well, it depends. What's your prioritization according to your life plan? Maybe the thing that you would be least likely to do is actually the thing that you most need to do. But you need a life plan to answer that question. You can't even prioritize at the daily level without a life plan. A life plan makes it possible to believe in audacious goals. So you will not do audacious things on a daily level unless you have a reason to believe it's going to make a worthwhile difference in your life. The life plan provides that mapping. And so as you break things down from the transcendent purpose into measurable goals, into tasks over time, and into today's to-do list, what you've got in front of you is a written, viable, plausible plan that if you do the part that is before you today, it will lead to this audacious set of goals, and to this transcendent purpose that you believe is worth everything it costs. A life plan brings transcendent meaning into every action you take in life. So if I were to ask you, how important is it that how much meaning do you find in brushing your teeth today? You'd probably say, I don't want my teeth to fall out. Well, that's great, but what if your transcendent purpose is eternal life? Can you tell me how brushing your teeth is essential for that? You'd probably look at me like I'm crazy, but if you have a life plan, you can answer that question. You could take any single thing that you do in your life, no matter how small it seems, and you can lay out the exact path of why this matters in the grand scheme of things to you, as far as what you've said is the most important thing in life, whatever it is. So now all of a sudden, you have a why for every what. And that why gives you power. Power for what? Or power to what? Power to endure the cost. So now, instead of saying, why do I need to take out the trash? Because if I don't, someone's going to nag me, or because it's going to smell otherwise, you can impute to such silly things as taking out the trash the transcendent meaning of whatever your transcendent purpose in life is. That's immensely powerful. And you will be shocked at the energy it provides, the motivation it provides in life. Because now you can take this tremendous meaning and inject it into the smallest little things in life. And wherever there was an obstacle before, where you said, I know I should probably do this, but I just don't care enough. Now all of a sudden, there is this landslide of meaning pouring into every little facet of your life. And it will energize you and motivate you to a tremendous degree. As you do this, what you're going to find is that beyond the simple things like taking out the trash, you're going to find that every day you have opportunities to do really nasty, hard things. And that until now in your life, you've been skipping over those opportunities and excusing yourself, saying, yeah, I could do this. I could pull over and help this random person on the side of the road, but I don't want to be uncomfortable. I'm just going to cruise. Or I could stand up for what's right here, right now, and defend this innocent person who's getting attacked by a bunch of yahoos. But I'm just going to stay quiet to save my own skin because I don't want to get entangled into this. Or, someone I care about an awful lot just did something particularly mean to me, and I'm just going to ignore it because I would like to avoid confrontation. Now all of a sudden, those things are going to be surmountable to you because you will have an insurmountable meaning attached to them. And you're going to say, Yeah, I could just skip over this, but I'd have to detach from my transcendent purpose, which I can clearly see orients me to act in a specific way right now. And I'm going to go for it because I have a sufficient why. And you'll feel better while doing it than you would otherwise. So, that was a very quick presentation, but we've covered why make a life plan.